Hi everyone! Welcome to another series of our bariatric cooking classes. Today I'm going to show you how to make pan-roasted Brussels sprouts. What I love about this recipe is that you don't need to use the oven. Usually during the holidays the oven is packed with food cooking, but this you can make on a pan. Let me show you how it's done. The first step would be to get your Brussels sprouts ready. These three I've left to show you how I cut them and peel them. These are already cut, peeled, and washed. So these are ready to go. Let me show you how I did that. The first step is to take a small paring knife, and this is the end with the stem where it was stuck to the plant. You cut that out, set it aside, cut, set aside, cut, set aside, and now we're going to peel these leaves that are kind of loose and look a little beaten up. I just use my finger and kind of slide it and it easily comes out. Now you get this beautiful Brussels sprout underneath. I'll do the same with the other two. Peel. All right. Okay, now we're going to slice them in half, lengthwise, this way. So here I've got the stem part. I'm going to cut lengthwise. And now they're ready to cook. Beautiful. Then what we're going to do is we're going to grab a large skillet and set it to medium temperature. We're going to heat up 1 tablespoon of a good olive oil. I'm using a nice, flavorful, extra virgin olive oil. I'm going to swirl it around on the pan a little bit. And we're going to toss 2 garlic cloves that have been very thinly sliced. In this step, it's important that you toss the garlic quickly and you make sure that the olive oil is not too hot because the garlic can easily burn. We just want to cook the garlic enough so that we can smell it. When that garlic smell reaches your nose, then that means it is ready. We're not trying to burn it or overcook it. Okay, I can smell it already. I'm going to toss it just for a few seconds more just to get it a little bit cooked. Because I did put the heat in medium, it's cooking, you know, pretty slow. I rather go slow and have to wait a little bit longer for it to be cooked than to keep the heat too high and it suddenly burn. All right. A few more seconds. You can already see that the garlic is toasting some of them. So this is about ready to be pulled out. All right, so now they are lightly kind of golden. I think that's perfect. Let's remove them from the oil before they start burning. And we're gonna set them aside because we're gonna bring those back into the dish. Now we're going to add our beautiful Brussels sprouts. I'm leaving the heat at medium because my pan gets really hot. I need to make sure that these cook until they are fork tender. That might take 10 minutes or closer to 15 minutes, and I don't want them to burn. So every stovetop is a little different. So if your heat is a little bit too low and you see that your Brussels sprouts are really not cooking, then increase the heat to over medium, around medium high. But I'm gonna keep mine in medium for now. And we're gonna toss frequently. And now I'm going to add, which I should have added it alongside the Brussels sprouts, but I forgot. These are 8 pearl onions that I peeled and sliced in half. We're adding those as well. Okay, so as you can see, the Brussels sprouts are browned, but when I do the fork test, it's still not tender fork. Let's double check. It's not fork tender, I'm sorry. There was a little bit of resistance, a little bit more than I would like. I want my Brussels sprouts to be more tender, but I don't want them to brown anymore. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna end the cooking process by steaming. So I have some just plain water, and I'm gonna add these here. And I'm gonna cover this and let it cook for several minutes. And then I'm gonna let the water evaporate completely. All right, so these Brussels sprouts have been steaming for about 5 minutes. Let me do the fork test, and that's much softer. So that's exactly where I want it. So I'm just gonna let this dry out here for a second before I add the rest of the ingredients. And you see, that's just a great technique to finish cooking the Brussels sprouts and the onions without burning your Brussels sprouts. All right, so now I'm gonna add half a tablespoon of soft margarine. This is light soft margarine. The benefit of using this versus real butter is that these are made with canola oils, which are lower in saturated fats, and if you choose a light soft margarine, you get less calories from fat per tablespoon. So you get that kind of buttery taste, but you don't get as much fat or saturated fats. We're gonna add back that garlic that we cooked earlier. We're going to season to taste with salt and pepper. My family doesn't like a lot of pepper, so we'll go easy on that. Give it a quick toss. And now some lemon juice, which is going to help release anything that's been stuck to the pan. It's gonna help release that from the pan. And those flavors are gonna mix with the Brussels sprouts. And the onions are going to absorb that lemon as well. That was half of a lemon, the juice of half of a lemon. And now that this is all mixed, now we can remove it from the heat and transfer it to our serving dish. I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.